Hi, it's Mimmi from C-Mimmi-O. Welcome back again to the channel. And this time I want to bring a little bit of the Finnish culture again to the stories. And I would like to bring some Finnishness into the discussion and talk about how Finnish Midsummer can really teach us something about B2B event marketing. It might seem like they're two randomly different concepts, but they actually have something in common. Because every June in Finland, something magical happens. The sun barely sets. The night stays bright. It doesn't get completely dark at all. People disappear from the cities into lakeside cottages. There are massive bonfires getting lit. And of course, the famous saunas, not sauna, sauna, are heated up around the clock. Somehow the whole country just collectively decides that barbecuing sausages at 2 a.m. is perfectly reasonable behavior. And that's called Juhannus, the Finnish Midsummer. Underneath these bonfires, lakes and swimming in the lake, sauna culture, there are surprisingly powerful lessons about how humans connect. And that's actually exactly what great B2B events are supposed to create. B2B events aren't only about the stages, booths, and schedules. They are about creating conditions where people genuinely connect. So let's break down what Finnish Midsummer can teach us about building better B2B tech events. Let's start with a bonfire effect, like creating this central magnetic moment. Bonfire, aka kokko. People gather around it naturally. They talk, laugh, share stories, create memories, and the bonfire becomes this emotional center of the experience. And that's what your B2B event needs. Its own bonfire moment, the center of experience. But don't bring a bonfire there literally. I think the venue team would probably panic. But most conferences are overloaded with sessions. Panel after panel, slide deck after slide deck. Everything starts blending together, blurring, being boring. The memorable events then usually have some magnetic experiences that people generally remember afterwards. It might be a keynote that challenges industry assumptions, a workshop that solves a real pain point, an experience that nobody actually expected, or a conversation format that feels radically honest compared to traditional conference talk. So the lesson here is that don't just schedule content, create moments that pull people toward connection naturally, like a bonfire effect. Then let's bring in the sauna. It's about real conversation happening without armor. This is something uniquely Finnish. Business conversations happen in saunas. Yes, really. And Finns have been discussing serious business in 80-degree saunas for generations. And what makes it even weirder, it's completely butt naked. I know, for many non-Finnish people, this sounds completely bizarre. Okay, it might even sound scary. But psychologically, it actually makes sense. The sauna strips away all hierarchy. Titles matter less. Formalities disappear. Conversations become more human. Because essentially we're all the same. And none of us have the visible markings of your title or your position. You're just you, a human. Many B2B events often suffer from something the exact opposite. everything feels overly polished, transactional, over-rehearsed. Everyone is networking professionally instead of connecting authentically. But genuine business relationships actually form when people stop performing. So what if events created more spaces for honest conversations? You don't have to go into a sauna butt naked, but have roundtables about real challenges instead of success theater. Smaller discussions where vulnerability is acceptable. Networking formats where people discuss problems instead of pitches. Creating spaces where titles matter less than ideas. When people feel psychologically safe, real connection happens. And real connection creates real business opportunities. So, Midnight Sun, extending the experience. One of the strangest things about the Finnish Midsummer is how time seems to stop making sense. The sun barely sets, or in the north, it doesn't set at all. It's up 24 hours or even more. Suddenly it's midnight, but still completely bright outside. People stay awake longer, conversations continue naturally. That means the experiences actually stretch beyond expectations. B2B events should think more like that too. Most events operate in strict time boxes. Conference starts at 9, networking at 6. Everyone goes home or to the hotel. Done. But the best event brands extend the experience beyond the venue itself. The event should not start at registration. It should not end after the closing keynote. Great event marketing creates ecosystems. Pre-event communities, post-event discussions, follow-up workshops, online groups, year-round engagement, digital networking spaces. Content that continues the conversation. The goal is not to create a longer conference. The goal is to create longer relevance. Like the Finnish Midsummer Sun, the value should continue after the official schedule ends. Jumping into the lake can be a surprising memory. Jumping into a lake is another Finnish midsummer tradition. You can do it any time of the day. It doesn't matter, or at night, sometimes at midnight. Occasionally after too much celebration, you should be aware of that though. But the jump in itself, it's a bit shocking, it's refreshing, it's slightly ridiculous, but it's incredibly memorable. It matters because most B2B events are painfully predictable. You know exactly what is going to happen. You have the same panels, the same networking, the same expo booth. It's almost like a class reunion. You come to see the same people every year. Nothing surprises anyone anymore. And when nothing surprises people, nothing becomes memorable. So that's why events need moments of unexpected energy. It doesn't mean gimmicks or forced entertainment, but genuine surprises that interrupt this autopilot. It can be an unconventional session format, or a surprise speaker, a highly interactive experience, a radically honest discussion, or simply something emotionally unexpected. Humans remember emotional contrast, surprise, novelty. And memorable experience create stronger brand associations than polished presentations ever will. How about the Finnish cottage retreat, where the intimacy scales better than volume? It's a beautiful thing about Midsummer, about the scale of cottage retreats. It's intimate. It's not massive amounts of people, but a small lakeside cottage and your immediate friends or family are gathered. You maybe have 10 people. You share food. You have long conversations. You have a tiny sauna, quiet surroundings. And somehow those small experiences and moments become really unforgettable. At the same time, B2B event marketing is often obsessing over size, like more attendees, bigger venues, larger expo halls, higher registration numbers. But bigger does not automatically mean better. In fact, small events can often create stronger outcomes because intimacy increases engagement. Small workshops create better discussions. Smaller dinners create deeper relationships. Smaller executive events create more trust. Sometimes trying to reach everyone weakens the experience for the people who matter most. The cottage mindset reminds us that meaningful connection scales differently than audience size. In B2B, depth usually matters more than volume. And how about the snow schedule? Ask Finns what their midsummer plans are, and they will simply say, relaxing, sauna, barbecue, spend time together with family and friends. There's no hyper-optimized agenda, no productivity obsession, no packed schedule. And ironically, that openness creates better experiences because the best moments happen naturally. In B2B events, they are often overscheduled everything. Session after session, back-to-back meetings, constant activity. Attendees are spending the entire day rushing instead of reflecting. They run from one room to another. And the valuable conversations actually happen in between, but now they are missed because they are between the sessions, in the hallways, over coffee, after workshops, during these unplanned discussions. That's where real relationships actually form. So event organizers should stop being afraid of breathing room. Unstructured time is not wasted time. It is relationship time. And it's not just that we have added breaks in the schedule. Again, that's scheduled. You should have more fluid and flexible schedule. So here's kind of the core of it. I think Finnish Midsummer, it isn't really about the bonfires, lakes or saunas. The Finnish Midsummer, it isn't really about the bonfires, lakes, saunas. They're just the containers of it all. The real purpose of it is creating these conditions where people get to disconnect from routine and reconnect with each other. So maybe B2B event marketing should be about creating environments where genuine human connection naturally happens. That's what people will remember. That's how this event made me feel. Not the slides, not the sponsored booths, not just the agenda. And the companies that understand this build stronger communities, stronger customer relationships, and stronger loyalty over time. So for your next event, create warmth, create authenticity, create space for people to connect naturally. And honestly, if all else fails, maybe add a sauna. I don't know. Hyvää Juhannusta. Happy Midsummer. I wrote a blog post about it. The link is in the description. That's all from me now. Bye!